Introducing Bridge Global, assisting companies exporting or planning to export their goods and services. Australia is a successful primary industry and mining exporter. However, we tend to struggle building export markets capitalising on our ingenuity and technology companies. After all the efforts of our R&D sector, government grants and founders' effort, the typical Australian technology exporter earns just $30,000 a year. We also struggle with the ability to deal with multiple overseas markets, with the majority of exporters selling to one country alone. It is not unreasonable to conclude we could do better at the business of scaling our companies in overseas markets. We can and should capitalise on the lessons learned by previous companies. Feedback from companies over the past 20 years is that we continually underestimate the scale of the challenge. Our sporting teams, as they prepare to compete on the world stage, critically assess the competition, the international rules being used, the different environmental factors, and prepare obsessively in order to win. Why would our companies need to prepare any less if they expect to be successful? The feedback from companies is, if they had their time again, they would put more focus into understanding the target market and the changes that needed to be made. A suck it and see approach rarely worked, and success required more than a good relationship with someone in the target country. You often have one chance at making a good impression, and it's hard to build confidence back after mistakes that could have been easily avoided. The partners at Bridge Global have worked with over 60 early stage exporters since 2000. Each company wanting to improve their overseas subsidiaries' performance or plan their market entry. We've looked at the common pitfalls and the best practices to develop an assessment framework across 7 key areas for exporting companies. The results of the assessment assist companies focus on the improvements required, placing investment of resources in the right areas to ensure the company is export ready, with a funding strategy to match. Companies require a starting point and a plan. CEOs and their teams need to get onto the learning curve to build confidence of managing a transnational enterprise, as opposed to following a colour-by-number approach. A low-risk, funded approach is preferred with a roadmap that is clear and can be easily communicated. Bridge Global uses a 3-stage process. First, we agree an assessment of the export readiness of the company. This assessment draws on the experiences of many companies that have gone before. The information from this assessment is useful for business case checkpoints and an EMDG application if you're eligible. The Springboard workshop is an off-site style workshop to work through the focus areas identified in the assessment. The workshop includes a deep dive into the focus areas with a set of projects and actions to improve the company's readiness and competitiveness. The outcomes of the Springboard program is a detailed assessment, offshore business plan with project plans with funding and resourcing identified. Bridge Global can review progress with companies across the key focus areas as agreed in the business plan. We have found this is an expeditious way for companies to bridge the gap to an effective market entry. We have an extensive network of relationships around the globe, as well as project experience from which our clients can draw. Partners at Bridge Global would welcome you contacting us so we can understand your business challenges and how we may assist. Thank you.